No, I can't do it
All
on
right.
WhatsApp.
That's it. We're on.
Okay.
We're on.
Welcome to Sniffing Our Own Farts, the podcast.
5 years after we last sniffed our own farts.
Yeah, that's right.
Or
I've
maybe-
been sniffing my farts all the way through.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's all I do.
No
It's
break.
never stopped.
No break. I've not breathed air in 5 years.
I had my headphones on when I was walking
Well,
into
nearly-
work the other day, and my manager was like, "Oh, what you listen to?" I'm like, "Mate, all I ever listen to is my own music." Honestly, like I can't remember the last time I listened to something that wasn't me. You know what I mean? Like just because I'm constantly just going like, "What can I do with that? What can I do with that?"
At
Well,
least
that's it. Look, you
enjoyed
made
it
it for
out
you.
as much as I
It's your perfect band. It's your perfect music.
Yeah, I
You made
suppose.
it for yourself.
I suppose so,
Yeah.
but like it's not because it's not out of enjoyment. It's just like, what's wrong with this one? You know what I mean?
Well, for me, it's enjoyment. I dance to my own music, all sorts of it. But this album, or whatever you call it, this EP in particular, I've not listened to this in at least 2 years.
What
No.
like Real McCoy Lovers?
Yeah. I mean, I'll still listen to
I
it.
don't think I've listened to it since listened to it in the car on the way back to the
Yeah.
Really?
For a bit of context, if anyone is watching the stream, we're listening to our EP that was 5 years old yesterday, and we're gonna react to it. So yeah, that's where we're at.
1 minute, actually. Is it?
There's a few other bits of context I want to give those.
Yeah,
but
go on.
Go ahead, Josh.
I was going to say, this is this recently been uploaded to YouTube?
Yeah, he's
it's
put it
got
on
no views.
Spotify yesterday.
it went back up
It's on
yesterday.
Spotify.
Wait, you said it had
Listen to it on Spotify.
you said it had 24 views?
It's got
Had
no
no
views
views.
on
Right, I
mine.
had no views. I was going to say right, yeah. Well, yeah, since
That's what I
yesterday.
was thinking. Has this been on here for 2 years? Has this been on here for 4 years? No views.
No,
Not
no.
even the own band members have listened to it.
So
Just
look,
quietly
to be fair,
delete it.
I've got no reason to put it on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? I've got it on Spotify, and then
Oh, nah, because I listen to loads of stuff on YouTube. YouTube's massive. It's like you're forgetting to put it in Asda or something.
but if the same
I don't shop in Asda. Nobody shops in Asda, you know.
if the same thing's on
YouTube's
fucking
massive.
if it's still on SoundCloud, I'd rather listen on SoundCloud because you can still actually play it, and then
Yeah, but that's you. What do you
Yeah,
put
no, that's fair
strawberries
enough.
on your fishing rod when you go fishing? No, you put worms on because fish like worms. I say that in every conversation I
yeah,
have with
yeah.
everybody.
It sounds like you looked in the mirror and said that this morning.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna start.
Witticism.
Josh has muted himself, but we're already.
I want to get. Well, you might be listening to it now, but that's all right. He can just promote his business when he's.
I'm not
finished
listening to it.
early.
Just someone's coughing in McDonald's.
By the way, if anyone is listening, Josh is in a McDonald's in Basingstoke.
Basingstoke. Why you just pick a random place? There's McDonald's all over the country.
You know,
No, look,
he's in Basingstoke. He's legitimately in Basingstoke.
Yeah, I know he is.
Oh, right.
I'm just asking. I'm asking why.
Oh, right.
Why of all the places to be in a McDonald's, why Basingstoke?
I'm guessing he's in
But-
Basingstoke, and McDonald's is like a beacon
Right.
of light
The
when he needs
McDonald's
to do
happens to
it.
be here.
He's like, I need to do
No.
a Zoom call. Better head to McDonald's.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and loudly talk. Like this guy coughing. Don't know if you're talking to millions of people or what, and you're just there saying that's bad. Poor social etiquette to say out loud when someone's coughed. Yeah, there's someone coughing in this McDonald's in Basingstoke. That's worse. Anyway, look, I want to point out right, what I thought about this record. I like saying CD, so I'll say CD. Right. Do you remember that advice Colin Liptrot of Cider House Entourage, Cider House Jam Night? Remember that advice he gave us for recording? He said, make sure you're super tight. And I want to point out, we was not super tight when
No.
we made this.
No, it wasn't
for
at all.
yourself.
But I was saying,
I felt pretty tight.
Oh yeah, what about that cymbal where you drop a cymbal in one of these tracks?
and they
Shut
don't
up.
don't even try and cut it out. They don't even. There's not even an attempt made to cut that out of the edit.
Nah, you will.
Having said that, though, I was saying to George the other day, it's absolutely fucking mental that this was recorded for $150. Like that's absolutely madness that they charged $150 for this. Like it's next to nothing for 5 tunes for like 20 odd minutes of song. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. We'll probably get into those two guys. But are we ready to listen to it?
Yeah. Right. Let's all start the first track.
Are you actually ready, Josh? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, go on.
I'm gonna start it now. So.
Wait, you're not introed it? You don't even said what it's called.
Oh yeah, this is All Right by the Real McCoy Lovers. It was originally my least favourite song on the EP. We'll see if that's changed.
I'll talk about it. Actually.
Go on.
Got some
Well,
thoughts.
we'll wait. Let's wait till it's finished.
Let's go.
me you're leaving, I'll never see you again. I say, alright, it's really alright. And from the lack of expression, I can see why you're guessing. But I'm alright, I'm really alright. It's just for me that's the one, and I got the feeling of falling. I think my demons are calling me the whole night. But I'm alright, I'm really alright. I'm alright, I feel alright. So now I'm seeing you living in love with somebody else, but it's alright, I feel alright. And the crying and fighting's just from the fire I'm letting. I'm really alright, I feel alright. I said, I'm alright, I'm really alright. I'm alright, I feel alright. And if it makes no difference and no change, the odds don't need a fistful of paper to lay the law. Cause if I make one statement that you deem as false, or miss one payment, you can take it all. I say, do, 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 do. I say, do, 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 do. I'm alright, I'm really alright. I'm alright, I'm really alright. I'm alright, really alright. I'm alright, really alright. I'm alright, really alright. I'm alright.
Alright, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done as well. Yeah.
Me too.
Do you know what? I was wrong. That isn't the worst tune on there by any means. I don't think.
No, but it's not good.
It's not good.
Actually, I'm impressed by that. I don't think it's
This
that bad.
thing's all right about it, but first of all, the vocals on all of us are no good.
The back,
and
the
I
backing
think
vocals are pretty noticeably bad.
I think the song's all right as a song like written down, but just not to listen to. No, but which that's the best thing about songs, isn't it, when they're written down? No, but it's just I think they didn't. We paid to have the master tracks recorded. It's probably more fair to say, and then they did a mix for a CD that we could listen to, but it's clearly not been mixed with any thought to it.
Yeah, I think it's like I don't want to because it was $150 still. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to be too picking the mix apart because as well, although I do now have a vague knowledge of all that sort of stuff, I didn't then, and I probably would have listened to that and gone fucking hell.
So
yeah.
I still don't know what's wrong with that.
Well, I could have listened to we were. Sorry, Josh, spoke right over you then. Sorry, dude.
No, I'm just saying I still don't know what mixing and mastering is necessarily about, so it sounds okay to me.
Yeah, I think what Sean means is you go, you know what, I would have done this there. And it's not even super creative ideas. It's just I would have brought those vocals up and done a better job of masking the out of key, off key singing in the choruses, because that shouting chorus that could have been fixed if you'd have spent some time on it. You could have used those same vocal tracks and made it sound all right. You can bury all that shit, especially since it's just but as well, it's just I don't know if I can get through all these songs because the singing it's not singing at all, is it? Anyway, go on.
Did Tom do any of the backing vocals?
No, I don't think so.
Here's some claps.
He just left that to us, didn't he?
Yeah. I remember Sean simultaneously complaining that Tom was bored during the making of it, and then what did he do? He played his bass parts, and then he just sat reading magazines for the while. Should have just gone out and done something, We should have all done that when we weren't doing our bit,
I think so,
we were
yeah,
just
but
too excited.
It's
like a holiday. It weren't a process of making a song, really.
Yeah, it was.
I was too into it to fuck off and leave it. With that tune, I like it better now than I used to, but I hated it to begin with, so that's not really saying anything.
Yeah, so, I mean it's all right. Admit. But you know, it's the song's decent. I thought it was always good live. I like playing it live.
Yeah, I suppose
Something like that
so.
one's like-
It was popular enough live, I felt like, as well. Sorry, go on.
It feels a bit too, like, retrospectively, it feels like a tune that was written in a sort of, what will people sing along to? And...
Well, to be fair to me, because I wrote the song.
Yeah.
Originally, it's a slow... I can't remember exactly, but it's half the speed of that and twice as long. And it's ooh, ooh, ooh. It's dead. It's not energetic at all, the original one I made. I've got it somewhere.
Yeah, and then brought it to us, and it was always gonna.
Yeah, and it were better for a band. It were better like that. I wasn't capable of singing a low key number like that, and I didn't want to do stuff like that live anyway. I just wanted to just go all out. You know?
Oh, we had Fair Game, which is obviously coming up in a bit. I can't remember if I put these tracks on in the right order as well. It is supposed to be Itch next, isn't it?
Who can remember?
Right, fuck it. Itch is next. Everyone ready for that one? Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get that started.
This is a tune I haven't listened. I mean, fucking hell, I don't even remember the words.
I've not listened to it for ages, but I remember this was one of the ones that we were most impressed by the recording. Because we thought very little of it beforehand.
Right.
Well,
and do you remember? I remember being in the car on the way back from the recording studio and listening to this recorded and going, "Wow, that blew us away."
Right. Let's play it before we say it else.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
It took a second to feel what takes a while to say, but through a million different chances that I didn't ever take, and the stomach it took to summon the courage up just to cover it up and let it go to waste. See, I was walking down the road to the sound of the teacher. I was soaking in the scenery. I was on the way to meet ya. I was greeting all the ladies, leaving meeting different faces. I was thinking back to places we'd been, and I said, alright. Baby, you're just like an itch. 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 Alright. So I got stoned every night, but it did nothing to help. And I was drinking all the time, and it was bad for my health. And I was missing all the signs, and it was bad. And I felt like something wasn't right. I didn't feel like myself when I was walking from your home, and my pulse was thumping. I was looking at my phone, but I was waiting for nothing. I was feeling something crazy, really needing a fix. But I was barely living life, so I had to make a switch. Alright. Baby, you're just like an itch. 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 Baby, you're just like an itch.
Is everyone else done? I'm done with that.
It's not too bad, that is it? I'd never sing like that again, though. I could never do that song like that again. There's no way. I'd never scream like that again.
Josh Mitchum.
But it works, doesn't it?
Just finished.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not too bad, that one.
Yeah, I was into it. I do wish. I remember thinking this in the car when we were first listening to it. I do wish that bit that's like the end build-up bit. I wish that went on for like another minute or something, because it was like it was topless, really good.
Yeah, I know, but you're the one who played the guitar on it, so maybe you're not the best judge of like making it a bit longer.
No, but it is such a fucking crescendo moment that, you know, of just like, I don't know. I thought, it's top. I love that.
It's alright, and that's another one. I forgot all about that song. I forgot the words, and then I was a bit like impressed the way that could have been done better, could have been mixed better, and I'd probably do a better job on the verses, because there is like a good rhythm to it. But I think what I was going for the whole thing was like that. You know, like that Jonathan Richman. It's you can tell it's not the definitive version of the song. Because I used to do it. It's a bit different every time, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think now I would not have that. I'd try and get the definitive version of how I did it on the record. But oh well.
I remember with that one, like we took loads of takes of the backing vocals and loads of different types, just randomly getting them out there. I think we pushed to do it.
Yeah.
And in the end, they just chose the ones that worked well, and we'd never ever thought of doing one that was like, ooh.
Yeah, because we couldn't do it
never
live.
used that previously.
Yeah,
because
we couldn't really do it live.
I do remember like you couldn't get the timing right on it, and with the limited knowledge of recording that I had at the time, I thought, like, can they not just push it back to the right time? You know, like, because it's not like the drums change or anything. It's just the same. It's the same beat. You can just move your vocals so it comes in at the right point. But it actually comes in. You finish that second verse about a bar too early.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. But isn't there? Yeah, that's because I did it wrong. But isn't there something wrong at the start in the intro? Isn't it too long or something? There's an extra bar or something.
Something like that. Yeah. Because the thing is, we used to playing it so much live that it was like that. I think our thing was like we just play the fucking instrumental until he starts, and then you very much held the tune together, in that like once you've finished the first verse, I guess that's when we do the chorus. You know what I mean? There was no like, it's been the right amount of bars or whatever.
So that must be because the way we record it. Another contextual thing that I want to give out is that we did this in 2 days of just like, all right, next bit. There were none of this sitting back listening to it again. Oh, what do you think, bro? Like we just farted this out like super fast. What was I going to say about it? Oh yeah, because the way we recorded it was we did it live, didn't we, in the studio where I actually did sing it, and then that's how we got the drums, and then everybody then re-recorded the bits in it. So you probably is what you said is right, that we were just letting it run.
I can't remember now. You did the vocals.
No.
Like a rough version, then I did the drums on top of that.
No. We recorded it. The way we recorded your drums is we all played together.
We all played the tune together, and then you just recorded your drums over that, and then.
No, he didn't record his.
Oh
drums
no, they kept the drums.
Recording the drums. That's how we recorded the drums.
We kept the drums isolated.
By the way, we just point out how cool this album cover is, though. It's great.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. Let me see if I can.
Don't dox anybody and say who it is, but we know who the baby is.
If I can bring it
She's
up.
a girl now. She's actually a girl. I was in Nando's over the other day. She's actually a girl. Crazy.
Yeah, it's mad that, because I've got the parents on Instagram. So whenever someone puts a picture up, we've got like a visual sort of. That's how old the EP is. It's that old.
Sure, yeah.
Like,
that's true. Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty weird. Let me just
a bag of sand right there with her hand on a wall.
Let me just bring it up. That's too big. That's way too big. One sec. I'll keep it there. I'll keep it. It's pixelated to fuck as well now. Like, you know when a meme gets shared like 1,000 times?
Yeah.
It's like people are screenshotting it and screenshot. I'll keep it there.
I do that with sometimes when I upload videos to YouTube and with my fake accounts, as if it's, just some random guy. Make the video quality lower so it seems like it's, like sweaty, sketty girls, that kind of thing.
I think it is cool. I think when did they send it to you, that picture, to begin with? And then we were like all together. We're just like, that's got to be the cover of the EP. Like, there's no way. It looks
Yeah,
top.
we didn't even think about the fact that the name of it's not even.
Yeah,
Right.
there's no editing, nothing gone on with it. It's just like there it is. That's the cover.
On that note, it's on the Berlin Wall, isn't it?
Not sure. Find out. I think that's.
Nah, it's not the Berlin Wall, is it? I don't think it was.
It's some famous wall. I mean, that's somebody probably drew a cock over that, and then somebody put.
Well, we need to find out and see if it's
I love
over.
Terry forever, and then wrote over that. And
Yeah.
now I hate Terry. You know, it's long gone that.
I think that's it for Itch. I mean, like, I love the ending bit, but does anyone got anything else to say about Itch?
Well,
Also,
addressing
sorry.
the elephant in the room that came from one of Tom's ideas, and you've. I mean, I'm just gonna say it, Sean. You've totally snubbed Tom.
It's not that I
Totally
snubbed him. It's not that I snubbed him, right? It's
Yes,
not. It's not. It was very last minute. This. Sorry, Tom.
Tom, I'm sticking up for you. He snubbed you.
Right. Sorry, Tom. Yeah, but he's actually he is. If you go into the details of that tune, you know, or whatever it is, view credits. He is shown as a writer on that one. So, you know what I mean?
Wait a minute. This is a great conversation to have, Josh, because we've had this conversation many times. Right? What have you done writing credits for these songs?
Yeah.
What have you done?
So you're the lyricist on all of these tunes,
right?
And then Josh is joint lyricist on Itch. Tom is joint lyricist on Itch.
Right.
There's certain ones, like Fair Game, for example. I've just put you as composer on that.
See what, Josh? What do you think about that?
Sorry, what am I on that?
No, well, just
him, was you?
it's-
Look, he's
it's-
eating a hash brown. He's not listening.
George is the lyricist and the composer on Fair Game.
I'll put it in a way that you can more easily understand.
And composer.
Yeah.
He's not credited as all four on each track.
Right. I don't like it in principle simply because I'm going to stick up to my role in this. When it comes to composing a track and putting it together,
Yeah.
the drummer does loads in terms of putting the song actually together.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it wasn't for the drummer, it wasn't me constantly going, "Oh, guys, let's do this next," and pushing to actually have like a structure to the song. You'd be all over the place.
That's fine.
Well,
No, I agree. I agree.
Fair Game did have structure at what point?
Yeah,
Not all of them did.
I agree. With tunes like Lisa, for example, so much of the structure of that tune is based around what we do. So I've put us as composers on that as well, because there's so much of that is the pacing and the build up and the actual music itself.
Sure.
So and
then with Itch.
and with Itch, I think I've done the same on Itch as well. To be fair, but with Fair Game,
Itch, I just wrote verses to, I remember.
there's nothing against the drumming on there, Josh. But with Fair Game, it is just sort of
6/4.
exactly. You know what I mean? And even though I've got a nice little twiddly guitar bit, I'm like, well, it's nothing. Do you know what I mean? No one's listening to it for that bit, so I just thought, well, fuck it, we'll just put George down.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening
But
to it.
I remember with Itch, it was just Tom's lyrics, wasn't it? It was kind of like a band initiative to get Tom more involved. As he came to rehearsal with lyrics.
The problem is I'm sick at writing bass riffs as well, so it's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember eating that plum. This fart smells great. Yeah.
Mate, when we were writing Lisa It's No Good,
the lyrics he wrote.
we were writing Lisa It's No Good, right? We were playing the tune, and I remember going, Tom, just do this, and it was the doon 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 doon, and he played it, and I was like, that's the fucking best bit of music we've ever done collectively. Like, that's fucking ace. I'll sniff my own farts all day on that, but that's the best bit of the EP for me.
One of your bits.
Exactly, one of my bits. Right.
Well, I just want to point out, like, what me and Josh are agreeing that we think that we should just put us as composers. It's fun to like make it serious and have like who actually did the right bits. And for example, Josh, the point about the writing credits is I understand what you're saying about composing the song, but if I go make an album and do my own version of Fair Game that sounds nothing like this one, but has all the same elemental parts, then you had nothing to do with that one. It's not
That's
the difference. Well, but I think for these songs we should just put all four of us on.
I think there's a thing, isn't it, with legality of music where you have the songwriting credit, but then also the recording credit. Right?
Yeah.
There's like a split. Maybe you could argue that you would have the songwriting credit, but then the version credit would be 4 ways.
Yeah.
But we would lose out on royalties for that. So
potentially not
Give us 20
fair
seconds.
game, because as I say, like what we're doing is pretty like. He could just. How would we know? I mean, even the riff that I do is a bit fucking basic. If there was something with a slight change on it.
See, here's what I'm thinking, right? The money is secondary, right? who cares about the money? And then someone goes on our Wikipedia page and looks at it, and they see that the songwriting credits on every track is the same, all 4 of us. And then in an interview, maybe you say, yeah, well, George basically wrote Fair Game on his own. That goodwill that I get from that series of events happening in someone's eyes is worth more than the paltry 0 amount of money that we will get from this shitty CD mixed by 2 fucking potheads who didn't give a fuck. No, I'm ready for the next song.
Right, speaking of Fair Game, let's go.
I've spent enough time hearing you moaning and crying to know when you're dying to go, but I hope that you don't. And I know that I've been causing you moaning and crying, but baby, I'm trying to grow, and I hope that it shows. I know one thing for certain, if all of the cert is fair game, okay, I'll play, just stay. Just face the long days, I just fake my way through. I can fake it all day, but when I make my way to them, and the days fade away, and my nights are ruined, how do you do it? 'Cause you do it so well. Made up your mind, so as you are going, it's showing just how much you can throw in my face. That's great, but you've left me behind, so now as I'm broken and shattered, I'm scattered all over the place, and I'm going to waste. I know one thing for certain, if all of the cert is fair game, okay, I'll play, just stay. 'Cause face the long days, I just fake my way through. I can fake it all day, but when I make my way to them, and the days fade away, and my nights are ruined, how do you do it? 'Cause you do it so well. Whoa. Faced with long days, I just fake my way through 'em. I can fake it all day, but if I make my way to 'em, the days fade away, and my nights are ruined. How do you do it? 'Cause you do it so well.
Yeah, I'm done listening to it.
Yeah, me too.
That's good. I like that. I enjoyed that. But then I realized listening to it, I still play that when I do like acoustic slots and stuff like that. I still play that song. And one thing I would change about it is that I do it's more jokey now when I do it. Think like Jonathan Richman doing "Let Her Go Into the Dark." Here's you. Well, dear, I know taking the mic, and it's not quite so serious. Because back then I was trying to make it sound serious, but I can't pull it off because that's not what I'm like.
With that one, because like I say, All Right used to be my least favourite. That's now my least favourite one on there.
What, Fair Game?
Yeah, because purely because I think the mix doesn't do it credit at all. Like for what sort of tune it is.
We had to listen to "We'll Never Settle Down" and Lisa, It's No Good, but I was surprised listening back to that how bad it was. Like, it could have been much better recorded. In fact, I think we made a version on Cubase.
It's better.
On my Cubase,
yeah.
It was better.
Genuinely is. It genuinely is. But I think because you were just sort of getting to grips with Cubase at the time, and I remember you put like strings in and shit, which obviously it was just a standard VST. There was nothing like done to it. It was just placed on there.
Oh, but listen to him with his standard VST.
It was just the built-in VST. There was no reverb on there, for example. But
see, I was thinking about that because I knew that you wasn't going to like that, and I don't like the job that was done either. But I know now through making stuff, like, you got to remember, they didn't put no effort into mixing it, which they admitted to us they wasn't going to do because of how cheap we got the deal. But I know for a fact that what he put on will sound better than nothing that if he'd not put anything on.
Yeah, no, I know that. But to be fair, before I put these back onto Spotify, I nearly asked you if you still got the stems. Because I was gonna say I'll just mix it myself. Like, you know, I'll do.
Actually, I've not got them all. I must have them all somewhere, but I've not got them all.
Because I would love to get hold of that, because it's such a good tune. It really is a good song. That's the only one that I can look back on and go like, that's a good song. You know, like you can't not like that song. I don't think. You know.
So you're gonna play it at your solo gigs like Johnny Marr trying to sing Morrissey.
But I'm not gonna play it, am I? Like, but
do you think that's our best song? Not recording. Do you think it's the best song? Do you think? Yeah. I actually think I Can't See You is our best song by miles.
Oh, easily, yeah, that's
by miles.
No, I think lyrically and also for like sing-along ability, it's fair game. I think because it sounds like, I don't know what you were thinking when you wrote it, but like it sounds like it means something. You know what I mean?
I can tell you what I was thinking when I wrote it, and unfortunately, Sean, it doesn't mean much. I mean, I suppose where I had an argument with my girlfriend the last time we split up, where she said some things to me that were like, that I still think about to this day. So that was informed when I was writing the lyrics and the character. But the character I was trying to get in, the song I tried writing, Delilah by Tom Jones. That's what I was trying to write.
I remember you saying that, actually. I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I said it on the radio, and the host goes, that girl goes, oh, so what, you was trying to rip off Tom Jones? I thought, you're not going to play me this. I went, yeah, I was. I was trying to rip off Tom Jones by Delilah, live on the radio. Anyway.
But I think just as an all-round tune, I think if there was a bit more put in terms of the mix and like if we incorporated a few things that weren't just guitar, bass, drums and vocals, I think it'd be top. I think that would be the best one.
Again, if I was to re-record that, I would do the version that, not re-record it, but like re-record the vocals. It would be more like the version that I play on my acoustic guitar, where it's, I'm trying to remember some of the things on, because I've not done one of those solo gigs in ages, but it's more like it's piss taking. Like I do like a fake crying voice, you know, and shit like that.
So
I don't know if I could do it seriously. I think that's a song. It's for someone else should sing that one, really.
It's anthemic, and that's what I think. That's why it's good, I think.
Anthemic.
Yeah, it is. It's like you can picture people singing that. You know what I mean? The chorus on it.
Yeah, people did actually. People did do. In fact, I know. Again, I won't dox someone, but I know of someone who credits listening to that song with finally leaving it.
I remember that. I remember that.
I'm actually. I forgot about that.
That's a compliment, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite proud.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I know that actually what it was is he kept playing it and she said, I can't live in this house if you're going to keep playing that fucking song. I'm out of here.
I like it. I think it's the best. Well, I think it's the best tune. I think it's the most disappointing on the EP though.
I think when we tried to stop ending gigs with our awesome cover of Dusty Springfield's Spooky, like when we wanted to, like we realised that was a bit of a crutch. We used to finish on that, didn't we? Fair Game.
Yeah, that was like, fuck it, yeah, let's finish on Fair Game. Let's finish on our own shit. But then we finished on Lisa for a bit as well, just.
Yeah, because that is a good ending as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's but that's fucking, it's nonsense, that tune. Like, it's good, but it's just like I remember when we. Well, we'll talk about it when we play it. But like,
let's play. We'll Never Settle
Down.
Because this is another song like Fair Game, where I had a specific song in mind that I was ripping off.
And it totally ended up totally different, right? You weren't expecting it to be like.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Right. Let's go.
Right.
Time is very precious and you're wasting it. Oh honey, you're acting funny. The way you're walking around the room as if you ain't looking for me. So tell the truth and make it soon. Cause I wanna hear the music playing in your room. So tell the truth and make it soon. Cause I wanna hear the music playing while we're laying your room. Yeah, we can make conversation by this landing light, and we can play stupid games the whole night. But if we're screwing around the middle, back pedal, we'll never settle. We'll never settle down. So tell me why you make me try when I'm giving all you need and you're just pleading to try. And I don't get it, but I don't sweat it, cause I know you're trying to tell me something. It's just something won't let ya tell the truth, but make it soon. Cause I wanna hear the music playing in your room. So tell the truth and make it soon. Cause I wanna hear the music playing while we're laying your room. Yeah, we can smoke a cigarette before we take off the clothes, but then we make conversation till the feeling goes. And we're screwing around the middle and we're back pedal, so we never settle. We never settle down. Yeah, we screw around the middle. We never settle. We never settle down. Yeah, we screw around the middle and we're back pedal, so we never settle down. Yeah, we screw around the middle. We never settle. We never settle down. Yeah, we screw around the middle and we're back pedal, so we never settle. Settle down. We never settle down. We never settle down. We never settle
I'm finished.
Yeah.
Tom does an awesome job on that.
Yeah, I was
He
gonna say,
nails
did
it, he
come up
nails
with that
it.
bass line himself?
Hmm?
I think he did the bass line himself, right?
No.
Did he not?
No.
Was that yours?
Yeah. But yeah, to be fair, the inflection on it is his. But like that bass line when me and George used to play, "I Will Survive," as like just the two of us. I used to play that on my guitar, that bass line. So it's the same thing. But yeah, that's top. I think all around, because I remember that one. I remember thinking that was like the most complete tune musically, because it has like a pre-chorus, man. You know what I mean?
That's the first song we wrote.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. And it's I think when we were
Yeah, it's the first one. Yeah, I remember
first one we
there's
did.
a video of us the day of us playing it the day that we made it.
It's literally. I mean, that intro turned into a pre-chorus, which we didn't have in any of the other tunes. It was just verse, chorus, bit where we all go fucking mental, end of song. But that one's got like parts. It's got moving parts and everything. So like that's the most complete tune musically, I think.
I think I had the I can't remember what it was like the original version that I did, but it would have had parts like that because I was trying to do "Never Never Gonna Give You Up" by Barry White. Well, Kate covered it. That's how I know it, but that's what I was trying to do. But it's funny listening back because it's for what I know more about my life now. If anybody paid attention to the lyrics on that, or if you guys even remember them, about like how we never get down to it, and it's like in the song. It's a mutual thing, we both do it. But looking back at my life, it is me being like frigid or being with, honestly, I'm embarrassed to say, getting to that point with girls that I didn't fancy. So I didn't want to do stuff like that. It's funny. So I guess that's what it was really about, that song, being like shit at the game, I suppose.
What do you think, Sean, of your backing vocals on that? And also the fact that when we played it live, you used to do a bit, didn't you? What's it? There's like a word that's missing from the recording at the beginning. What's it called?
Is there?
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Sing the first verse for me a sec.
I've not. You got.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Wasted.
I know what you mean.
Wasted.
George
Wasted.
goes, but at times it's pretty precious, and you're wasted. And I got wasted.
I forgot about that.
But we never got it on the recording.
No. The thing is, with my backing on a lot of it, there's the two things that I'm most proud of is the scream on All Right, because I think that's still fucking top now. Like, I can't believe that was me. I remember screaming into the mic and looking at Joe, because Joe was looking. He was giving me this look as of like, what the fuck's this guy gonna do? And I did it, and his face was like that. He was like proper taken aback by it.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then there's the "What did I do wrong" bit as well, which I think I sound like fucking James Hetfield on that. I think it's ace.
You do. I did a mix of just your vocals of just that, and it sounded very Hetfield like. That scream though, if you remember, was singled out in our reviews of it as being like the one person singled it out and said they didn't like it.
Fuck 'em.
And in fact, when I remixed it, which I never finished, when I remixed that song, I took it out.
I think it added to the sort of, oh, it's fucking, here we go. The song's
Maybe
ending.
it didn't. The thing is, it didn't work sat along my new vocals. There was a lot less. It worked when I was just looking, all over the place. Like, that was the vibe.
But the backing in Will Never Settle Down. That's how I used to do it when we were doing it live. I'd just do some annoying voice saying I want to hear the music playing like that I was putting on like an irritating voice, and so I just sang it in the studio exactly how I would do it live, and obviously that didn't work. When it's live, it just doesn't matter, but like it doesn't work at all on that song when it's recorded. So
yeah, that's true. I thought that was me double tracking.
No, that's me. That's me. That's what I mean, an annoying voice. But never mind. Fucking yeah, I think that's our most complete tune musically. I think that's decent. I think it sounds good as well now.
Yeah, it's all right. When I tried remixing that one and re-recording it, and I never did get far, but I did like that. That intro still sounds pretty wicked. That whatever it is. Sorry, Josh.
Yeah. Even though it's literally like open 3/5. Do you know what I mean? Although I credit
that's
like
what works best.
I'd credit like a lot of there's a lot of seventh chords in that. Which was from listening to a lot of like Jonathan Richman stuff, because he does some weird.
Yeah, well, that's.
One minute. What's an open 3/5?
Like
He plays the
do you know what I mean? Like
string, then he plays the third fret, then he plays the fifth fret.
Yeah, like Smoke on the Water is da, whereas ours is just da.
Right, but I wrote those seventh chords. I know that because it's 7 chords in the 7th chords in the Barry White song. And I remember the G minor 7. I don't think it definitely didn't have the bang and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was written in 7th minor chords.
Maybe that's where I got it from then. But I remember thinking, because with a lot of the stuff you do it in like fair game as well. And when I do the distorted stuff, I'm like, I'm not playing that because it's just gonna sound shit. But in that one, it actually works. It's only one hit. Do you know what I mean? It's like wow, so it does work. But yeah,
a good little riff though.
I think that's like the closest to how if we were to do it again, it would sound now. Just with the mix, it'd be a bit different. But I think other than that, it's pretty much spot on that tune.
I think right, we should have done it for each individual tune, but I guess when we finish it, we should do favourite one, and then for each one, what did we like? What would we change? Well, just one.
Well, we'll do that at the end when we've done them all, though.
Right.
So which one the favourite is.
Should we do the next one?
Yeah, Lisa, it's no good. I'm going to have to cringe to this entire solo.
Because they're looking at Josh at that McDonald's going, oh, he's not bought anything in an hour.
Hey.
Just going to hang out here all day.
He had that hash brown at the start of the chat, alright.
Yeah, I've got a hash brown, Matt Muffin.
Right.
Was it actually a hash brown?
Yeah, and a Matt Muffin.
Yeah.
For a long time.
A what? Wait a minute. A what?
McMuffin.
A McMuffin. All right. Let's listen to Lisa.
A
It's no
McMuffin.
good.
Okay.
Oh, Sean, mute your microphone as well, because I can hear you puffing your fucking vape
Right, we'll
whenever
do.
I listen to it.
We'll do.
Are we going to get paid for these adverts?
Well, the beats of the drums keeps the streets from
That's a good question. I don't get adverts. I got YouTube Premium. I didn't know there was adverts on it.
From the dungeons and feeling bemoaned from being alone keeps my feet on the ground and my eyes on the road. Well, don't need no lighter fluid to put a fire to it. Don't need a spark like when you really put your back into it. Don't need no rigmarole out on the battle zone. Don't need an overbearing, interfering fighter drone. I've been loving you, but it ain't doing me good. I've been trying to move, but I'm stuck in the mud. I've been walking for miles where I really ought to stay, and I've been giving it out. If I could serve your time, I would pay your fine. If I could make you mine, I wouldn't waste no time. So now you've just got to do what you've got to put a stop to this playing around. Now tell me, don't need a winter freeze, can't feel the summer breeze, can't feel the forest when you're sleeping with the enemy. Don't need a tire here, don't need an oil spill. Before I hit the floor, I'm reaching for the fire drill. I've been loving you, but it ain't doing me good. I've been trying to move, but I'm stuck in the mud. I've been walking for miles where I really ought to stay, and I've been giving denials, but I really gotta say I've been loving you, but it ain't doing me good. I've been trying to move, but I'm stuck in the mud. I've been walking for miles where I really ought to stay, and I've been giving denials, but I really gotta say. I'm getting low and I'm letting go, and I'm getting slow in my pace, and I'm getting fed up with trying to get a leg up, trying to get ahead in the race. I'm getting low and I'm letting go, and I'm getting slow in my pace, and I'm getting fed up with trying to get a leg up and trying to get ahead in the race. What you think of?
Are you all done there?
Yeah, I'm done.
I can't listen to that without cringing. That guitar solo at the end, man. Honestly.
Never mind that. Who's getting paid for these adverts? Josh is right.
Well,
he's getting paid for these adverts, Josh. That's who's getting paid for.
You getting paid, Sean?
Yeah, I'm just getting us all. Yeah, you get 0.006p per stream. So technically, you've all just earned me about 0.024 pence. So thank you.
I don't care. I want my share. God damn it.
Yeah, no, and I hope you can look Tom in the eye when you hand him his check.
I'm giving you 80% on Coursera or whatever it is. So chill out.
80%.
I went on the other day. You know, my genuine thinking. I went onto the SoundCloud thing you invited me to, and I saw that you put 80% to me and 20% to you, and I thought I can change this. I can actually change this on my side. And I was thinking, should I give you 50%? Because really, you deserve that. But then I thought,
I don't think I do.
Well,
see, Josh, Sean has a completely different philosophy than. Well, I'm more agree with you, Josh, but yours is like, you know, even if you just made the tea, hey, I couldn't have made the song if you'd have not made the tea. Like, that's your attitude, isn't it?
Well, the other one, that other one that I'm putting up, right? That's the one that I put. I set it to 80-20 on there because I had the instrumental ready. I was never going to use it for anything. I didn't really like it, and then that Rose, who I'm making that with, sang it, and a roommate wrote the vocals for it. So I just thought, like, I wrote the lyrics for it. So I just thought, fuck it. Like, I'll see what the actual producer comes out with at the end, and usually it's about 15-20%. So I just thought, fuck, why not?
Yeah, and just a quick plug for me. I make all my music myself. I don't send it to some bird off in Coventry for a fucking.
That's a shame because you could do with the bird.
It's like New York.
To be honest.
But yeah.
No, but yeah. In the end, I decided to keep my 80% and just to keep the legal rights on it. Yeah. And if we ever do anything with it, I might just give you that extra 30%. Yeah. We'll see if that happens, George. You know more than anyone else.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's not like it's actually gonna make any money, is it? It's just if it does. It was more of it.
You know what? She Thick could write, and She Thick. The songwriting credits are whatever the equal is. I'm not good at maths. Of me, Josh, Joe, and Martin.
Do I get any more because I did the beat?
No.
And I performed all the verses as well.
See, do you know what I mean?
No, you don't, because we couldn't have made the song because
Martin was involved in that.
No, but Joe told me that he wrote She Thick.
But that's it.
He wrote those two words, didn't he?
No, but that's
Wonderful.
it. That's it. Joe said the original thing that Martin said for this beat was She Thick, and if I'd have not heard that, I'd have not wrote She Thick. She got ass for days. Yo, the pussy's so good, she made me change my ways.
Off the top of my head, I would say that's a 70.
So when you're about to get more,
10% Joe, 5% Martin.
Nah, bullshit. Because you deserve what? You put for all right. What do you deserve for that? 5%. All you do is bum bum poo, bum bum poo.
Hey, excuse me.
Anyway,
let's
talk about.
Undermine the role of the drummer.
Talk about the last tune. Talk about Lisa. It's no good.
Oh, we just listened to it, didn't we? Yeah, it's good. It's all right. Yeah, it's pretty good. That one, I can't think of much that I would even change about that. I'm sure you got some ideas about what they did for the solo, but that's it's how it sounds.
I thought
right.
they'd use one of the two solos that he attempted. I thought they'd pick one. I didn't think they'd layer two completely different solos over each other. It's not even like in a way that it gives you this disjointed, like, oh god, there's like some dread involved. It isn't even that. It's just like, why are the two solos on there? I remember like a lot of the reviews we had where people going like, that solo's shite, and I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Really? I wish I would have had more than 2 drum fills in my bag to pull out, because I basically just rehash the same drum fills for each one. Basically, it's very uncreative drumming, to be honest.
That tune was pretty much like you were given free rein on that.
Wait a minute, because you've both done that thing where you're only listening to your bits. That's why you've singled out your bits. I don't remember any of the reviews saying that about the guitar solo. Not because they weren't there, Sean, but because I fucking skipped over them because they weren't about me. Josh, you think people are going, oh, it's that classic Josh drum fill. No, nobody fucking cares. Drums, who cares about drums? You're getting 5%. Fucking change these songwriting. What got my backup? Something Josh said got me backup. That's why I'm like this now. What did he say? Oh, you said I needed a girl to write my lyrics for me. That's why I'm putting back up now.
1 minute, right? One thing I do remember, when I was listening to it, I remember that during the writing of that track, we were kind of lost for what to do next, right? After we'd done the chorus and the verse and stuff, and that whole bit that was the kind of build up, that whole bit, we were just. I remember at least us all thinking silently for maybe a minute and a half of what to do next in the song. And I think,
remember,
and this is another reason I should get more than 5%, George. I think I came up with that bit.
I really clearly remember that bit. I remember doing the guitar bit because I've said this to you since, George. Like in my head, it was a dance tune. It was like a trance sort of bit. You know, with the guitar doing the chords, and then when I said to Tom, right now at that moment you come in with this do 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 do. I remember all that bit coming together, and I was like, right, I like this song now. Before then, I didn't like it. It was a fucking 2-chord. Just
see, like
nonsense,
that's why to me. That's why, like, to me, all this. I mean, you got to remember when I say that we just do a 4-way split, I take the biggest hit because I think, Sean, you'll know. But in terms, let's say every track made the same amount of money and it was split out in percentages, I'd make the most money, wouldn't I?
What?
Yeah.
Let's say every track makes 500 quid, right? So each song individually, that 500 quid that each song is made, is split out in the percentages that you've got it down as. I'd make the most money off this CD, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm in favor of just everyone gets 25 for 4 out of 100, isn't it? Yeah, everyone gets 25%. Then that's all right. I'm not like trying to get more. I'm actually getting less. And what it prevents is like just remembering. You know what? Actually, I think I deserve 3% more. Like it just cuts all that out, which is worth more than money, especially the no money that we'll not get for this.
It spreads like it spreads it out as well. Like the risk, I suppose, or the like you come up with something one day and I come up with a hit the next day, you're still going to get 25% of my hit and vice versa. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
so it's like as a band, if you're going to do music together, it makes sense to just do it 25% each.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't
Especially, know. Maybe not if you're an established band or you're like, I might feel a bit different about it now, where if I've made a song start to finish and then I just want a band to play it and we release it under that band. But when we was making this, I mean, come on, we was just fucking wankers, really.
Yeah, the thing, I mean, as I said, the thing just asked for credits, and I just thought, well, I can't put myself as like, I didn't want to say that I had anything to do with the music on Fair Game, you know what I mean? So I just thought, well, if that's the attitude I'll take, I'll decide who gets what. But it doesn't matter anyway, because it all comes to me. So
it's telling that you didn't ask any of us, me especially, says I would stand to make the most money.
Well, you would, but again, I'm getting like all the revenue would come to me anyway. So by all means.
Yeah, you're thinking short term, Sean, because not only have you admitted it on this recording, you've put me down as like songwriter on that, and that's like what about in 20 years when we're in court and
I tell you what,
I nearly said something that I shouldn't have said then, but my lawyer, who believes in his religion he believes in, when he's pulling them things up in court to you saying, well, you've credited him with this song right here. Where's all the money, Sean? Where's all the money? You've got Renaissance paintings of yourself in your house. That's a callback that nobody watching will get.
Can't even. You can see, that looks ace. That's just...
Oh yeah, it looks just like it's just you, yeah.
So guys, yeah, but but what I'll say is, right, we'll draw up a little contract. You can have 100% of anything that it gets after I've made my money back from putting it up in the first place, which means you're not going to get a fucking penny. So there we go.
I don't know about that.
If I'm paying for distribution.
How much?
Oh wow, 20 quid.
It's not. It's part of my SoundCloud Pro subscription, which comes out a tenner a month, which is a lot.
There you go. No, wait a minute. No, because it's not. Yeah, the cost of putting this song up is not a tenner a month.
No, I know. Yeah, but what I'll do is divide how many tunes I've got up. I'll divide that tenner by that.
How much enjoyment you get out of paying for SoundCloud? You can't include that in your costs.
So much I'm paying for it.
Yeah, but you enjoy it, so no.
Hey man, there are cheaper options available. Maybe you should have uploaded it yourself on one of those, you know.
It's a sad state of affairs when we can't recoup from all the music that we make. We can't recoup the cost of.
It didn't. We had it up for like.
Sheeran's making $1 billion a year or whatever.
We had it up for like 3 years. It didn't pay for itself, man. So like.
I wonder if someone would listen to an Ed Sheeran song and then listen to fucking Itch by the Real McCoy Lovers and go, yeah, they should be getting paid more than Ed Sheeran. Come on, let's get real. I think after we've gone, Sean, you should end on I can't see you.
how football is paid. No one ever thinks about that in terms of musicians. How some musicians are way overpaid in comparison to other struggling musicians. No one ever thinks about that.
Yeah, and it's not just like, yeah, they made more money. Nah, Paul McCartney charging 150 quid for seats to his gigs is fucking not on, Paul. It's wrong.
You tell him.
You could lose money on those gigs and still make money.
You're going to be getting some letters through when he watches this.
To the usual address. Macca. I call him Macca.
I've got to go soon. So do the question of, like, what's your favourite one?
Yeah.
Go on, Josh. You go first.
Favourite one, I think, from the EP is probably Itch, in terms of the recording, in terms of actually being a well-made song. I think.
What would you change about it?
What would I change about Itch?
All right, what about this? You can make one change to the EP. What would it be?
Okay. One change to the EP. I'd like to go back over and do all the backing vocals again, especially on All Right, where it just stuck.
Yeah.
What about you?
My favourite, I think Lisa, It's No Good. It's like, I wouldn't, that's, in my mind, I had this idea of like, well, Jonathan Richman, he hates his first album, but people get enjoyment out of it. I'm one of those people who gets big enjoyment out of it, but Jonathan Richman he doesn't even think about it now, but he used to cringe at his vocals, at everything, the songs, stuff like that. And I thought, all right, then I can enjoy it, knowing that even if I don't like it, I can picture someone else liking it. But All Right, I really can't picture anybody liking that recording. I think they'd be turned off, well, at the very least, by the time the first chorus comes in and not want to listen to it. My favourite's probably Lisa, It's No Good, because even if there's bits in the vocals that I don't like, I can see someone if someone's into it, I can see why.
I'd love to record that again, to be honest. Like, it was better live than the recording that we had. You know,
I think we'd have to play it a few times, though. Get back into the groove, because I don't even remember the lyrics. Some of it I was quite impressed, like the rhyming schemes, I suppose. If I can serve you, but it's not emphasized enough.
I feel like we finished the Real McCoy Lovers kind of finished when we were getting better at writing songs. Like, I Can't See You is the best song we've wrote, the best song we've recorded, and we were getting better at recording and writing together, and then we just stopped. You know, didn't really take it where we could have. What do you think, Sean?
On the EP, global startup thing. Yeah, on the EP, I would say "We'll Never Settle Down" is the most complete tune. It sounds the most like an actual tune, just because it has, like I said, the pre-chorus sells it. It sounds legit. That, like, the rest of them just sound a bit like, as I say, the ones that stand out to me as ones that I don't really like looking back would be Itch, for one, because for the whole tune I don't like it. I don't like the whole song, and then there's the build-up, and I know that's the bit that's got most of me in it. But the reason that I think I probably worked a bit harder to get that in is because I'm like, I need to like something about this song, and the rest of it just feels a bit, is the fucking song, it just feels like that. Itch.
Yeah. We're doing the fucking song.
Yeah, exactly. So Itch feels totally like that for me. And then
long instrumental outros, they're not my bag. Like, nowadays, I wouldn't.
But that's what I mean. I think the reason I pushed to get stuff like that in there, or the reason that I would have been like, yeah, let's do that, is because the rest of the song.
I had a really nice pot noodle last night. Is it ready? Yeah, it smells great. No, go on.
Because it doesn't. I think that Itch is a boring song without that. I think if it just finished on boom, then it'd be shite. So
when we played that live, George, didn't you have fun during those bits? You didn't have much to do. You were just kind of like rocking around with the top off.
Yeah, I did, but I actually didn't, and probably that's a good point, because I would have had them live, but I wouldn't have put them on the record, because I did enjoy it. And I used to remember when I used to, is it Itch, where it has a bit where it stops and then it kicks in, or something like that? And I used to throw a baseball in the air, imaginary baseball in the air, and then I used to hit it with the bat. But then I started I remember the bit was I would get someone, usually a girl in the audience, and I'd say, "Watch this, watch what I'm about to do," and I would throw the baseball in the air, and I would hold the bat like I was ready to hit, and then I'd just fucking ignore, just go back in the song and not do it.
It was so. I remember we played Scythe once. Do you remember that guy? He was like really fucking pissed. He was really hammered, but he was loving us.
Which one?
He was dead into us. There was just one. There was one bloke we didn't know who he was.
The one that loved us, Josh. That one.
He was about. He was probably like mid to late 50s, right? He was hammered, and he proper.
Sean, you're describing every single.
I know. Anyway, he came up after, and he was like,
he said, "Ugly girlfriend."
He said to me specifically, he was like, "That was great, that mate," but he was pissed out of his head. So I was like, "Nice one, yeah." And then just carried on. And then he put a post on Facebook about us, right? And he said he likened us to the watching the Sex Pistols. He said they were like it was like the Sex Pistols at something, I can't remember. And I remember thinking like, mint, because they were shit live and all, like they didn't sound good live. Do you know what I mean? Because I was only ever asked about the sound. Like, I remember just thinking, like, he's just fucking jumping about and doing mad shit anyway. He's not asked about the sound. That's the only thing I have to care about. So.
No, well, the thing is that it's not about caring. Once you're on stage playing the song, what can you do?
No, exactly.
It's not going back, so fuck it.
But especially with places at Scythe where it's just like it isn't nothing. The sound, there's no sound, is there? It's just like you've got a PA and that's it. So when he put that post, I was like, thank God that he's made that connection, because. I know it doesn't sound good. Do you know what I mean? I know it's not a good sound. It's supposed to be just fucking enjoy yourself. That guy obviously did, but like I remember he put that post up, and I remember looking at it going, fucking hell, like he was that hammered, but he remembered the next day to put something that positive about us.
He woke up. He probably woke up with wow.
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
And you know what? He would like. The thing is, like, what is reality? Oh God, we're bum 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 bum. No, but what is reality? Like, he was pissed, so, and he probably, when he woke up the next day, whatever else was going on in his life, he probably thought it was 100 times better than it actually was. But if he thinks that, then it was that good.
Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, I think on the EP anyway, I would, if I was going to change anything, I'd just mix it myself. I think everything that I don't like about it. Most of what I don't like about it could be fixed, but I'd sit and toil over it for months, you know, trying to get it right. So I'd rather do it myself, but it's fucking.
Oh, I'll send you the stuff. I don't know, because I don't. It's quite large. I don't know how I would get it to you, but I can get it to you somewhere. But even if it's just sending a fucking USB stick in a post. Yeah.
I'd give it a crack, even if it was just for like Fair Game or something like that, because I think that tune does deserve a bit more.
I've got Fair Game stems. I can send them today.
That'd be where I'd start anyway.
But it's a pain in the ass. Like, first things first, before you start messing about, you'll have to. And I didn't do this, but what you'll have to do is you'll have to make the song and it'll sound shit, but you got to structure it out, because fucking everything's all over the place.
Yeah.
You can't just.
Are you gonna put I Can't See You and Balance of Power on Spotify as well?
Yeah. I've got for the non-viewers that we have, one sec.
Tom should have fucking been here, man.
Well, he's at work, so.
Coincidentally, fortunately for you.
Well, we sorted it out last night. What are the odds of it actually happening in the first place?
Balance of Power and I Can't See You.
I Can't See You, September the 10th. That's out. And no, sorry, I Can't See You, September the 10th. And Balance of Power
is. Everyone.
I
was listening.
Put
it in your calendars.
Get that in your calendar. And then Balance of Power, which is unreleased. It's never been released. It's on SoundCloud, but that don't fucking count. Literally never been released.
It's no good either. It's not any good.
I like it. I think that's top.
I've not heard it. I've not heard it.
It was well recorded.
The fucking, I mean, I don't like my guitar sound on it, but like the song's good. It reminds me of. Like,
I'm a whole different personality on these songs. I Can't See You's alright. It's funky enough that you get away with it, but like I was.
It's our best song. Get away with
I was faking. This is like, this ain't real. This is phony. I'm phony in these, and it might be alright if it's just the instruments, but when it's your voice and like personality comes with how I'm doing it, it's.
What do you mean?
I won't go as far to say I cringe listening to it, because I'm far enough.
What if I Can't See You and Balance of Power?
Well, Balance of Power definitely, and even a little bit with I Can't See You. Like, what I like about I Can't See You is that it don't sound anything like me. But nowadays, I wouldn't make a song that doesn't sound anything like me.
But Balance of Power for me sounds like a Cage the Elephant tune lyrically.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a rip off of a Cage the Elephant tune, from my point of view. So that's
another
reason.
What's wrong with that? You've just been talking about ripping off Tom Jones and. What's wrong with that?
Well, because I wouldn't write lyrics like "We'll Never Settle Down Again," or if I did, it would be more joking to me. It would actually have my personality in. But with Balance of Power, I weren't just we'll never settle down and fair game or whatever. I thought, all right, these songs have these elements to it, so I'm gonna make my song have these elements to it. Betrayal, it's raining outside, that kind of thing for fair game. Whereas with Balance of Power, I was trying to sound like Cage the Elephant, and it even comes through in the performance of it. I was just trying to sound like.
I think with those two songs, if I remember, we did them. We wrote them kind of as a band as well. Like we did the music and the lyrics simultaneously, right? Like
I think so, yeah. No, I can't see you. I can't see you. I wonder what the composer credit is on that, Sean, because
it's all you.
That's definitely all four of us.
I put it as all.
That's why I knew Josh wouldn't be happy about that.
What?
I put it as all George. Even though, to be fair, I mean, I guess actually I don't know if I did. You know, let me double check.
I remember writing that song.
I think Josh is even
more than any song. It was all four of us that.
I think Josh might have even said in
again.
the past,
I mean, see, this is the thing, right? Fair play if you think it's all four of us. But I did write that bass line. Like I wrote it as a guitar riff first, and went, yeah, you have that as
25%. 25%.
Okay.
Fucking release the bass line and see how much money you make.
That's not really fair, is it? There might be an argument to kick Tom out. Fair enough.
No, I'm not saying the bass line makes the tune. I'm saying if Josh is going to say we all wrote that song, well, we didn't. Like,
I know for a fact that I had a massive. I know you probably underestimating again the role of the drummer, but I was a massive part of bringing that song together. Thank you very much.
Yeah, because you wanted it to be.
This is like in your defense.
I wanted
Josh.
the bounce. I even like suggested the offbeat tempo thing.
In your defense, in a way that still insults you, which is my favourite kind. I wouldn't have, in the version that I wrote in my head, I wouldn't have those drums on it. So I can totally credit you 100%.
Right. Yeah. No. So what I did put for this one, and I stand by it, is lyricist George Whittle, composer George Whittle, Sean Blunt, Joshua Mitchum.
Fair enough.
Sorry, but I did write that bass riff. So
we should.
Yeah, but the bass riff, like this is the argument that me and Josh have. The bass riff can be taken out of the chords and lyrics of the song, the composure of the song.
Yeah, I didn't.
Is composure right? That's not right, is it?
I didn't mean I deserve to be in it because I wrote the bass riff. I mean, the reason I've left Tom out is because I wrote the bass riff.
Right, but the reason
it's not fair though, really, because the whole nature of the song.
It's not because these songs wouldn't exist without all four of us. If even I agree with Josh. Like if all he did was make the tea. Well, we would have wasted time making the tea and not wrote this bit or whatever.
And just by default, the bass ends up following the guitar for most songs anyway, by default. You know,
and I don't want to be Morrissey and Marr getting sued.
But it doesn't in that one, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well,
anyway.
No, but it plays off it. It plays off it. That's the point.
Anyway,
but it plays off it because I wrote them both.
Right, but I wrote those chords and that song structure.
Yeah.
And I understand that, and I get that follows your pattern of giving people the right amount, but I just think of it as like the human centipede of it.
Let's not forget as well, Tom probably drove us to the rehearsal studio.
Exactly.
As much as we'd like to say.
Unfortunately, there wasn't a section though. You know, when you're crediting people on the release, there wasn't a section for has a van. So
no, that's why. No, so we put songwriting credit. That's it. That's how we pay him off.
Right,
now, listen,
right. Fair enough
Sean,
then.
I'm not done convincing you that those songwriting credits need changing. I can't see you and Balance of Power is 20% each because Roger gets a cut, and then the rest of them are 25% each. And fuck it, and we all need to give it all to Tim anyway.
That's fair enough.
Probably should include Roger on there as well.
Yeah, no, Roger's on Balance of Power, I think, but I've put Papa McCoy.
Yeah, because he don't want it. Yeah, he's incognito, babe, anonymous.
But yeah,
hey,
I mean,
I've got to go.
All right.
All right, I'll see you in a bit.
See you later.
Where's this going to be, Sean? Can you watch it?
It'll be on Twitch, but I'm going to I might rip the full thing and put it on Instagram as well. So.
Yeah, there'll be a play. I'll make sure you get it if you don't. Anyway, Josh.
All right, guys.
All right.
Let's wrap this up because I gotta have a shower and a coffee.
Yeah, I've not had breakfast yet, so.
Go buy some e-cigs.
Right. Well, yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? Maybe we'll do something like this again.
Maybe. We should just do live video reactions. You know, we got loads of videos of us live.
Yeah, I think
that'd be good.
It's better when it's something like because I really can rip into something that we've done. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's in better taste than it when you tearing yourself down.
Well, I'm trying to like be as objective as possible and not cringe and not smell my own farts. Try and find that middle ground because I think there's a lot to like on this CD, but I would never make anything like it again.
No, me neither. Me neither.
These long guitar solos and the G-Wit waving arm show. I wouldn't do that now. I wouldn't do it.
I mean, the thing, since I've started doing music now, I've got the option. I've got all the equipment to plug my guitar in and record a bit, and I've done it once. And I did it for, I recorded a 3-second loop, and I've used it over and over again, and that's it. Like, I've not touched my guitar. I'm bored of guitar. I don't want to do music like that at all anymore. So,
but it's very important that we made this, I think, in our evolutionary growth.
I think so. Yeah, I think it gave us a proper idea of.
I mean, it set us back in some other ways because we felt like we had a recorded CD, and listening back, we didn't. There was just no need really to have them recorded. Not really.
I still think actually, how if I was to do that again, I would have done it as we go to a studio, but we play it and record it live. You know, and have like a live EP. By live, I don't mean like a gig. I just mean, you know, like John Peel sessions.
I would have had it done right at a gig with like crowd noise, you know, at the start and end of tracks and stuff like that, but then really turned all the way down, like Jason Newsted's bass and Justice for All.
I did try and do it. I think we tried doing that a few times. I tried it at Alma, but never came to anything. I remember speaking to Jim.
We never tried it. What do you mean by tried?
Well, I was messaging him for ages about how we'd go about getting it set up, and then it was just like, well, you need someone to come and actually record it, and then we just didn't.
We didn't do it. So we didn't even try really.
Well, no, but I looked into it. Do you know what I mean? I think that would have been the best way.
I made like a bootleg, and of course the name was obvious: Positive Human Interactions.
Because I was dead into the idea of getting Luke and then potentially someone else with a camera as well to film it, and then we could just sync it up and release like the video with the proper audio and stuff. But
that'd have been good.
That'd have been ace.
That's where we shone. Is that the past tense of shine?
Yeah, but that's the thing that gets us about the videos from Academy at top. They're really good. That'd be good actually.
Too much filming a crowd though. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, that's what the thing.
People don't want to be filmed.
If he was, I know why he was there. I know why Luke was standing there, but if he was behind the crowd, then it'd have looked packed. But then also, it would have sounded better because where he was literally.
It would have been even.
Yeah, if he was on my side, you could hear my guitar and nothing else. If you're on Tom's side, you could hear bass and nothing else. And it's like.
I mean, just look, who's gonna watch this? No one. But I just want to point out Luke, who we're talking about, right? We were so good live that he came to a gig to film, was paid to film somebody else, and liked us so much that he fucking followed us at our gigs, like just because he enjoyed doing it. He had fun doing it.
Yeah. That's the kind of
because we were so much better than Alex James and the sound, I guess.
Well, the manager admitted it, so.
But if I was to do, I'd be more like Alex James in the sound. It would be a lot less G-Wit waving arms. The fun of it, I would try and be more controlling of, rather than back then it was just we're going wild. I wouldn't do that anymore.
It was youthful though.
I'm not that guy anymore. Yeah, it was youthful.
We had youth on our side. It's a little different now. I like sitting at a computer and pressing buttons for 6 hours. I don't. I'm not that bothered about doing stuff like that now. So.
I would love to do some gigs though. But I wouldn't be able. I don't know if I could play these Real McCoy Lovers tunes.
Yeah, you'd have to sort of then. You'd have to put them through the machine, like as you said about just wanting to redo "Never Gonna Give You Up" or whatever, and you put it through the machine that was me and Josh and sitting about and it came out with that at the end. You'd have to sort of reverse engineer that machine and bring see what comes out the other end now, and it's just.
Yeah, true. That's true. I kind of did want to do that, but I would actually do that with the songs I made myself. Like, Nobody Cared when my band reformed. I don't even know where it is, but if you're listening, check it out. I don't even know where. I think it's on SoundCloud. That song's quality. It's got a great song in that, trapped in it. Anyway, it's we're done. What are you gonna do? Like, cut clips and then have the full thing and all that?
Yeah, I might clip a bit of it, put it on Instagram or whatever.
Because that was funny, wasn't it? That thing what I said. That woman leaving her husband. That's a good bit. Clip that. That was a good bit. Yeah. Well, I'll because I always do anyway, but I'll end up probably just listening to this about 20 times for no reason, just 'cause it's got my own voice on it. There'll be the kind of stuff I like when I watch podcasts and stuff like that, right? We did it. I did it. Listen to Josh say I could have done with having a singer-songwriter helping me, right? Then I think for the next 10 minutes, my back is completely up and I'm just throwing jabs at everyone. But also include this bit where I'm self-aware about it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No. And then I'll end it on this bit. So I'll Thanks for watching. We had 3 viewers at one point.
Thank you very much.
See you later.